Hey guys, welcome to the channel The Growing Developer. In this video we'll be making a real-time application, mobile application. Just think of a scenario where you are going for an interview and an interviewer asks you that, okay, show me your resume, and you just hand him over your resume app. Just think of the impression that you'll get on the interview there, right? So taking that into the picture, we'll be creating a new portfolio app where you will be having all your contact information and all your technical skills, your education skills, right? So it's a new learning, right? So this will be the first app, first actual app that we'll be making use of, right? So all the previous apps that we made were just to understand the stuff, right? So let me just show you first what we'll be making, and there you go. So you can see I was searching through Dribble and I got through this design. Now at the top we have the designation that we are applying for, then a picture, and then the name, and then all the details, small details like contact information, location, email, and what else we were doing, right? So then don't worry about this button. Will not be including that button because that's not our motto of this app, right? So this will be some other details maybe you can fit in your about section, and after that this will be only the first page, the landing page of our mobile application, and after that we'll be designing some more screens. I'll tell you how to navigate through all the screens. So that's for the further videos, right? So let's begin. Click on start a new project and click on Flutter application. Let's make a new project with the name maybe portfolio, just a simple server name portfolio, and description just leave it for now. We'll change the description if it is going to the production. So make sure that you check all the stuff here. So the company domain, you can add any domain like mydomain.com. It's just for your choice. See, what it does is that it just changes the package name. Now package name has to be very unique if you are planning to upload it to the Play Store, right? So click on finish, and it will create the Flutter project. So when I was studying BTech, doing my engineering, so one of my educator came and told me, just narrated the story that one of the companies came and one of my college mate just showed a portfolio app rather than giving a hard copy of the resume, and it was without any other questions selected at that spot. So how you react or how you present yourself matters a lot, right? So this is our basic boilerplate that is provided by Flutter. So we'll just give it a run, right, and see what happens. So for the first run, I always say that it takes a bit of time for compiling or downloading all the stuff. So wait patiently. It might take 1 minute or 2 minutes, sometimes lesser than that too. So by the time it is installing, let's understand the structure of it. So I prepared a chart for you, and you can see what is the first widget that we have in our app. It's the scaffold widget. After material app, inside material app, we have a scaffold widget. Now inside that scaffold, let me just open the image also, so it's for better understanding, right? So you can see now this is aligned to center, so everything will be aligned to center, and each and every widget we can see that this is one widget, this is another widget, and this is another text widget, and this a column. You can see side by side also. So all the boxes are denoting different widgets. So this whole is a column because it is vertically aligned. So every widget that can be vertically aligned is a column, just a normal thing, right? So inside that children of column, we have a text here. After that, we have a circle avatar. Circle avatar is a widget that is circular in shape, and it provides the option to embed image in it. So next is another text, and then we have a column, and you can see different color boxes here, right? So first box is for icons, and then second box is for text. So what is this? This is a row. What is a row? Widgets that are aligned in vertical manner are known as rows. Sorry, right? So inside this column we have 4 rows. So how many columns do we have? 2 columns. First is this, and then second is this inner column. How many rows do we have? 4 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I guess the app is also up and running. You can see that. There you go. So this is a boilerplate for our application, but we'll be removing all that. So as we say, as is the motto of this channel, that everything from scratch. So just Control A and delete everything. What is the first thing that we need to import? The material package, right? Write import, and inside this code write material, right? It will automatically show you the suggestions. So next is making a main method. See, inside your main app, let me just show you. This is a project structure. Inside lib we have main.dart. Inside this main.dart you need to have a main method. That's the entry point of your application, right? So void main, and then this will return, or rather say this will call a run app method. Inside this run app method we'll again call another method, which is material app method, right? So material app. Now this material app takes a parameter known as home. See, it takes different parameters. We'll see different parameters in this episode only, right? So let me declare a home for home. Now home takes a widget, but we don't have any widget known as home. So we'll create our own widget. In previous videos I told you here. So we'll just write STLESS. It's a snippet for stateless widget. If you write stateless STLESS, it automatically creates the boilerplate, or rather else a skeleton for a stateless widget. For name, we'll just write home. As you can see, the error is gone. So now inside home we have a widget known as home. Now what is the first thing that we have to return, or I would rather say that what is the first thing that we have to build or embed in on our screen? It is the scaffold widget. Remember this, for a screen, scaffold acts as a binder and automatically gives material look to all the widgets, right? So we'll just write scaffold here. That's it. What is a scaffold? A binder for all the widgets, and it's just a blank screen with the default color of somewhat white. So we'll give it a run. Click on this run and we'll see what happens. So there you go, a blank screen as expected. So you can see a red line here in the test folder. Open it and just delete this widget test file, right? It's no longer needed for us, and just remove it. Now inside scaffold we have an app bar, right? An app bar takes a parameter app bar. So we'll just give it a run, and you can see an app bar can be seen. Let's see our design. Inside our design we don't have any app bar, so we'll remove the app bar and see what we can do with all the stuff. So this is completely optional. It's not mandatory to have an app bar. In some apps you can see we have a bottom navigation bar rather than the app bar, right? So we'll see other applications too when we'll be moving forward with the series. I would like to show you one feature of Flutter, a very, I can say that revolutionary feature, right? So inside app bar, let me just give it a title, and title takes a parameter of text, and I'll say the growing developer. See, I'll, rather than running it, I'll hot reload it. What does hot reload do? It changes in real time. It shows the changes in real time. So as soon as I click on the hot reload button, you can see a very quick change, right? Real time change. So that's the beauty of Flutter. Flutter was the first to show this, or Flutter was the first technology to give it to the world, right? So it is now adapted by the Android native also. So anything you write, let me just remove the developer and I hot reload it, and you can see the real-time change inside your app. So whatever you are writing, you can see the changes in real time. That's what Flutter provided. Now see, I didn't went to this button and clicked, I just simply saved. Whenever you are running your app and if you save your file, it automatically hot reloads the state, right? So let's just remove this, we don't need it. So inside scaffold we have a body parameter. Inside body, what do we have? We have a column. So let me just give it a column, and inside this column we have children, and inside this children what are we gonna pass? All the different widgets that we need, and the widgets are the text, the circle avatar, another text, then another row having 4 rows. So let me just save it, and you can see a real-time change in the view of your app. That's not used to happen earlier. Before Flutter, you have to rebuild all your apps. The Gradle has to be rebuilt every time. So this was very much revolutionary, and let's start making it. So next we have is, let's make a text here, and I'll write Flutter developer, right? Flutter developer here. So save it, and there you go. This is our text, right? Why is it there? Because our screen starts from this portion, right? You can see the curve, but our actual screen starts from this portion here. So when we make an app bar, it automatically takes all of this space, and our screen starts from here, right? So for that we have to give it some padding, padding of 100 pixels, so that this text comes here. So I'll give a sized box. What is a sized box? It's a widget that constrains the size to whatever size you give. So I'll just give it a height of maybe 100 pixels and save it. There you go. This much is 100 pixels and our text is below that 100 pixel mark. So it's nothing, just a transparent box with having a space or height of 100 pixels, right? So it's a good way to give padding. Other way is to give actual padding. How to give padding? So I'll just remove it and click on the text, and you can see a bulb here, and wrap with padding. Now this is another widget, padding, which is, as the name suggests, for giving padding, right? So this is edge insets dot all means from all the 4 sides. I don't want from all the 4 sides, I'll just write only, and inside it takes a parameter top. That means I want padding only from top and of the value 100 pixels. I'll just save it, and the result is same. So it's your wish, however you want to do. So next is a circle avatar. Let's just make a circle avatar. And whenever you write any widget, it's a good practice if you just save it and check what it is doing, right? So I can see that, yeah, okay, this is the circle avatar. Now it is pretty small, so it takes a parameter radius. Inside radius, let us pass 50 maybe, and save it and see. Okay, better, let's give it 80, and that's pretty much okay, right? After this circle avatar, we have another text. Let me just open it, and so you can see text, another text, and this is our name, right? So inside another text, a lighter name. What do you want, right? I'll write the going developer. So next, let us see what is the next thing. It is is another column having all the personal information. So next we'll be declaring a column, and inside column you can see the design side by side else, right? You can see that this column having 4 rows, and first is for icon and then the text. So inside this column it takes a children property. So inside column we have children. So inside this we'll pass a row. So row also takes a children, and then we have some icon and a text. I'll just pass some text here, and icon. Inside that icon, how do we declare an icon? Icon, and then for the icon say icons dot, then we'll just go with, let's go with plus sign, right? Icons dot add. So there you go. You can see that the text is here. So let me just copy this row. And how many rows do we want? 4 rows. I'll just copy all this and paste 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4th is the one that is already there, right? So right click on the side and select reformat code with .fmt, right? It will automatically reformat the code for you. Now give it a run, save the file, and you can see we have 3 rows here inside a column. So for the first, what is the icon to be used? It's a mail icon, then we have a location icon, then we have bag, and then we have another user icon, right? So for the first we have message icon, right? Let's see if we have some message. So for the first icon we have somewhat kind of message we do. Let's see if we have message icon. No, we don't have any message. Okay, we have a message, right? So let's save it, and there you go, a message icon. It's not exactly how this is, but we'll see. It's rather mail icon, not a message icon, my bad. So we have a mail. So you can either select mail or mail outline. Mail outline will look better. So there you go, you can see an icon, mail icon here, right? So after that we have a location icon. So let's search for location here. Location, do we have anything like location? Location on, and select it, and you can see a location icon. Then next we have a kind of baggage and then a circle, right? So let's see, account circle. Then for this we have a baggage. Let's see if we have a bag or kind of thing. Do we have a bag? No bag. Box maybe. Okay, search for it. Do you have anything like that? If not, we'll go with this branding water, right? So there you go. The icons are different, but we'll stick with that. We'll see how to import icons from other sources as well. Okay, now let's align this in center. So for row I can give a cross axis, or rather main axis alignment. So main axis alignment to center, save it and see. Yeah, okay, it's in the center. For each row I'll give it a center alignment, right? And you can see this is aligned. Now it's your homework, or rather say it's your work. You know how to style the text. Try increasing the size of this text. Try increasing the size of this icon. I'll show you that icon takes a property of size, and you can give any size of your choice. So try that and give it your size. I told you how to give this much padding. We gave this much padding. This was the method that we used. We can also use a sized box, right? So sized box with a height of how much padding you want, right? So save it, and you can see a 50 pixels height is given. So use these method or this padding method to give padding to this app and increase the size of the text to your needs. Okay, so that's all for this video. In the next video we'll be going through all the styles and we'll create more pages for our app, right? And we'll see how to embed an image in our app inside the circle avatar. So that's all for this part 1. I'll be splitting this into different parts because a single part would be very lengthy and sometimes hectic for the viewers to watch all the parts, right? For this part 1, that's all. You design it, you give padding to the app. In the next part, I'll tell you if you are not familiar with giving padding or if you are not getting the paddings, I'll tell you how to give paddings in the next video. And we'll style it and we'll also include an image inside this circle avatar. So by the time, goodbye, have a nice day. Do watch the next video. I'll be uploading it soon, or rather along with this video only, right?